Okay. So now let's have the quantum numbers. So the quantum numbers describe the orbitals in which electrons can be found, or simply the address of the electrons. So it follows the Schrödinger atoms model, wherein it could occupy the 3D space. So there are four types of the quantum numbers. So the first one is your principal quantum number, the angular quantum numbers, the magnetic quantum number, and then the spin quantum number. Isa-isahin natin siya. So ano ba yung principal? So the principal quantum number would simply tell you the size of the orbital. So mas mataas yung principal quantum number, ibig sabihin mas malaki yung atom. Na syempre mas maliit yung quantum number, mas maliit din yung atom. So your principal quantum numbers could be any number from 1 to 7. So bakit 1 to 7? Kasi yung 1 to 7 na yan, it would tell you the period number or kung ilang shells, 'di ba? Kung titingnan mo sa periodic table, meron kang 7 periods. Kaya 1 to 7. But later on, I will teach you how to do it. Ano naman yung angular quantum numbers? So your angular quantum numbers would simply describe the shape of the orbitals. So kung ano yung shape niya. Usually, you have the S, the P, the D, and the F. Okay? So ano ba yung mga values? Kapag S, ang value gagamitin natin ay 0. Kapag P, 1. Kapag D, 2. At kapag F, 3. That is your angular quantum numbers. It tells you the shape. So ano ba ang shape ng S? Usually this is a ball-like. Kapag P, dumbbell. Kapag D, it is more of a flower. And then kapag F, irregular yung shape. So you could refer to the PowerPoint that I have given you kung ano yung itsura niya. Okay? So kapag nag-end ang electron configuration mo sa S, ang quantum number niya ay 0. Kapag sa P nag-end, 1. Sa D, 2, F, at 3. Okay? Mamaya makikita niyo kung paano gagawin. So, next naman yung magnetic quantum number. So, ano ba yung magnetic quantum number? Yung magnetic quantum number, it tells you the orientation in the space of orbitals. So, tingnan natin. Sa S, ang maximum number of electrons ay 2. Diba? So, it would refer to 1 box. Okay? Kapag P, maximum electrons is 6. So, it would be like this. Okay, tatlo yung box. Because each box could contain 2 electrons. Diba? And then D has 10. So practically, it have 5 boxes. And F has 14. So 7 boxes. 7 boxes. So, paano gagawin? So, S has the value of 0. And then dito sa P, ano na yung magiging value niya? It would be, the value here would be 0, negative 1, and 1. Sa D, 0, negative 1, negative 2, 1, and 2. Dito naman, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, ayan yung mga values. Kung saan mag-i-end yung spin mo, yung last electron na ilagay mo dito, based sa orbital diagrams, ayan yung gagamitin natin. And then, the spin quantum, ano naman yung sa spin quantum numbers? Sa spin quantum numbers, madali lang. You only have the value of negative 1, half, or positive 1 half. Kapag negative 1 half, ang spin, kung ito yung box natin, kapag arrow up, positive 1 half. Okay? Kapag arrow down, negative 1 half yung value ng magnetic spin quantum numbers. So, try natin gumawa ng isang sample ng quantum numbers para maintindihan natin. Okay? Kung papaano. And laging tatandaan dito, dapat sa isang box laging magka-opposite. And then, that is what you call the Pauli's exclusion principle. So, in any given atom, no two electrons can have the same set of quantum numbers because they would always have a opposite spin. So, kung titingnan natin yung general rule, it would follow the Aufbau, Pauli's exclusion, and the Hans rule, which is in the PowerPoint presentation. But you would see how I would do it for the quantum numbers. Okay? So, gawa tayo ng isang sample ng quantum numbers. Unang sample natin. I hope you could remember the things that I have written here. So, gawin nating sample yung fluorine. 9. Okay. So, fluorine has an atomic number of 9. So, gawin muna natin yung electron configuration. Kasi hindi ka makakagawa ng quantum numbers kung hindi natin ginawa yung electron configuration. So, parang review lang. So, we'll start with 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay? So, that is your electron configuration, long method. We could also do the short method. Look at the last noble gas before fluorine. The last noble gas before fluorine is helium. Ba? Then, the rest. 2s2, 2p5. Okay. Wala. 2p5. Okay, yan. Okay. So, ano nang gagawin natin? So, sabi nga, gawa tayo ng orbital diagrams. So, we would, instead of this one, we would do the boxes. Okay. So, 1S, 1 box, 2S, 2P5. Okay. So, we follow the arrow. So, una dapat, arrow up, arrow down, up, down. Okay. Paano naman yung 2P5? Paano natin siya gagawin? Sabi nga sa Hans rule, 'di ba? Mas stable daw yung elements with greatest number of parallel spins. So, paano? Ang general rule, pag gagawa ka ng orbital diagram is that una muna lahat, i-fill mo muna ng arrow up. So, kung 2p5 to, arrow up daw muna. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Pinuno ko muna lahat. Arrow up. Before you would do the arrow down. So, we already have 3. Ang 5 daw yung kailangan. 5. 1, 2. Okay? So, lagyan natin siya ng values. Ang lagi mong reference sa quantum number, whatever, it's either on the D block, S block, P block, or F block, ay yung last electron configuration mo. Yung huling-huling sinulat mo na configuration. So, let's do the quantum numbers. Okay? So, ang lagi lang reference, yung huli. Okay? Yun lang ang gagawin natin para mas madali. Dali natin tingnan. So, let's have N, the L, the ML, and the MS. Okay? So, pagka N daw, any numbers from 1 to 7. Kasi ayun nga yung titingnan natin. So, kung titignan mo yung electron configuration mo, saan tayo nag-end? We end at 2p5. So, ano yung end mo? So, this one. So, 2. Okay? 2 yung end. Yung L. Yung L, di ba, sabi nga, titingnan mo naman yung letter. This one. So, P. P. So, ang L natin, di ba, ang sabi kanina ay S is 0, P 1, D 2, F is 3. So, saan tayo nag-end? We end at 2P5. So, P. So, our L would be 1. Now, the next is your ML. Paano ulit yung ML? Look at the last orbital diagram that I have made for 2p5 since this is our reference. So, I would number the boxes as 0, -1, and 1. Okay? So, di ba, nung nag-drawing ako kanina, this is my last electron na nilagay ko. Diba? Last arrow na nilagay ko. So, saan ba nag-end? -1, 0, or 1. Diba? Nag-end siya sa 0. So, practically, this would be, your ML would be 0. Okay? Ano ba yung spin? Sabi nga natin sa spin, diba? Titignan natin, arrow up or arrow down. Arrow up, positive. Arrow down, -1/2. Okay? So, ang arrow natin ay nag-end downward. downward. So our ms would be negative 1/2. So now you have the specific set of quantum numbers. Let's try another one para at least matandaan natin. Let's have quantum numbers. Okay. So this is my first sample. So gawa naman tayo ng iba. So gawin natin yung aluminum. That is aluminum 13. So Al 13. Electron configuration would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. Okay? So, titingnan natin yung last. So, ito lang. Para malaman natin yung quantum numbers. Okay? That is the shortcut method that I do. So, what do I do next? I would draw the boxes. So, P, ilang box? Tatlo. 1, 3. Okay. So, how many electrons in the P? 1. Okay. So, arrow up lang. Isa lang. Okay. So, this is 0, negative 1, and 1. Para madali natin matandaan. So, let's now have the quantum numbers. N, L, ML, MS. So, saan tayo nag-end? Last is 3. So, 3. L daw. Tignan natin saan tayo nag-end. We end at P. So, P would be 1. Look at the ML. ML, we would refer to the box. So, isang electron lang ang meron. So, 3p, 1. So, saan siya nag-end? Negative 1. Okay? And then, yung ms, is it arrow up or arrow down? So, practically, it's an arrow up. So, which means it has a positive 1/2 spin. So, your set of quantum numbers would be 3, 1, 1/2 plus 1/2. So, malalaman natin kung ano na. Now, let's try to have one more example. Okay, so let's have Scandium SC, which is 21. So let's do the electron configuration. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, So this is already 18. 4 is 2, 3D 1. Okay? So, ayan na po. Itong configuration. So, if you would do the shorthand method, it would be AR, the last configuration. 4 is 2, 3D1. So, di ba nga sabi ko, focus tayo dun sa last. Okay? So, D1. So, since it is D, we would have 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, 5. So, let's have the values. 0, -1, -2, 1, 2. Okay. So, ilang electrons daw? 1. Okay, tingnan na natin yung quantum numbers na ito para mabilis. So, N, L, ML, MS. Okay. So, N. Ano yung N natin? Last, which is 3. L, D, which means the value would be 2. Nakasunod ba? Okay. So, paano natin makalalaman yung ML? Look at the box. Saan lang ba yung meron? Arrow. This one. So, the address would be -2, -2. And the spin would be what? Positive or negative? Since it's an arrow up, positive 1/2. Now, you have the sets of your quantum numbers.